Okay, welcome back. Last time we made our way through Mount Moon and arrived in Cerulean City. However, we did have our first loss, because we did lose Twitch Variety. I also caught an Ekans, which I haven't named yet, but that's fine because it's not going to be going on the team anytime soon. So, today the plan is to basically defeat Misty, earn our second badge, and also go and meet Bill, then probably make our way to Vermilion City, time depending. So, basically, I'm going to approach this gym with just going in with Brute Root, and hopefully just getting through that way. Cerulean City Pokemon Gym. Leader, Misty, the tomboyish mermaid. Okay, so, off we go. Yo, Champion for Macon, let me give you some advice. The leader, Misty, is a pro who uses Water-type Pokemon. You can drain all of their water with Grass-type Pokemon, or you might use Electric-type Pokemon and zap them. Also, our rival has already been here and won. Also important to note that at this point in the game, the only electric type you could have found is Pikachu. I think. I'm pretty confident that at this point in the game, the only electric type you could have found is Pikachu. So basically, I'm just going to go in here and Vine Whip my way to victory. My level cap is 20, so Brute Root should be able to handle everything in here without too much hassle. I say that, but Misty could... Well, Misty herself could maybe be a bit of an issue, but I feel like I'm okay. I feel like I have a very good chance of winning here without any issues. And with that, well, that's our first opponent down. Now we fight our second opponent. You can avoid both of these trainers, but hey, I would rather get the EXP. Okay, I like how this girl's just like, yeah, I'm more than good enough to beat you. Misty won't have to get bothered. As she says, standing directly in front of Misty. Either way, Misty is seeing this battle. And, okay, misses the Supersonic, because of course it missed Supersonic. Why would Supersonic ever land? And with that, Gouldine goes down, and we are halfway through level 19. Fantastic. Okay, so, now it's time to battle Misty. Hi, you're a new face. Only those trainers who have a policy about Pokemon can turn pro. What's your approach when you catch and train Pokemon? My policy is an all-out offensive with Water-type Pokemon. Okay, so here's the thing. Misty has two Pokemon. She has Star U, and then she has Star Me. And, yeah, I'm basically just going to find with my way to victory. With any luck, I should hopefully get through this before I run out of Vine Whips. So, okay, Water Pulse could be a problem because it can do Confusion. No Confusion. 10 out of 10, we are pretty much in the clear from here on out. However, okay, we fall just short of level 20 there. To be honest, that was me having a moment of, do I go for Leech Seed and Sleep? Okay, that was a lot of damage. That was a lot of damage, but I think I can tank another one and just win. We live on 3, we land the Vine Whip, we get a crit, and that is Misty defeated. It was a little bit closer than I would have liked, but hey, a win is a win, and I will happily take that win. Fantastic. Wow, you're too much. Alright, you can have the Cascade badge to show you beat me. So with that, we earn badge number 2. The Cascade badge makes all Pokemon up to level 30 obey. That includes even outsiders you got in trades. As more, you can now use Cut outside of battle any time. You can cut down small trees to open up new pathways. You can also have my favourite TM. TM number 3. Normally this is Water Pulse. TM03 teaches Crab Hammer. Use it on a worthy Pokemon. I think I'd rather have Water Pulse, but hey, Crab Hammer is pretty strong. So that's still a pretty solid water move to have access to. And my level cap now goes up, not by a massive amount, but it does go up. It goes up to 23. My level cap goes up to 23 now because Lieutenant Surge's ace is level 24. However, this does mean I have to be a little bit careful because if I over-level, and by over-level I mean if I catch the Doug trio in Diglett Cave, I can't use it. Hello there, do you happen to have a Pokemon, do you happen to have a Poliwhirl? Would you agree to trade it for my Vaporeon? Okay. That's a good trait to keep in mind. So I could get Poliwhirl for Vaporeon. That's not bad. And here we have another rival fight. Yo, you're still struggling along back here? I'm doing great. I got a bunch of strong and smart Pokemon. Yeah, let me see what you call. Okay, so our rival will have 4 Pokemon this time. He will have his Pidgeotto, he will have his starter Pokemon, he will have a Rattata, and he will have an Abra. Obviously, Pidgeotto is kind of the big threat here, although getting a big crit straight away is very good for me. 3 hits. Okay, 3 hits, a crit included, brings it down to about half. Gust lands for about a third, or for literally a third. So I definitely need to switch out here, and Root should be able to handle it here. Obviously, I need to be a bit careful. Actually, I need to be really careful, because I have, like, all of this and the SS to do. Yeah, this could be pretty dangerous. I think Root will be coming up on hitting that level cap. And obviously, if it goes over the level cap, I don't... Basically, if it goes over the level cap, I won't be able to use it in that gym, which I would quite like to avoid happening if possible. In comes Charmander. This will definitely have Ember now. Fortunately, I can set up a Leech Seed. So I set up Leech Seed. There's the Ember. It hits for 19 damage. That's quite a bit. But I should be able to take another one. And I'm going to Sleep Powder. 10 out of 10. It falls asleep. So we land the Sleep Powder. So it can't move for a couple of turns at least. And I'll be gradually healing. And I think I'm going to take this time to risk switching back out to Garuda. Okay, Charmander is still asleep. I think this is the play. Key term, I think. This might not be the play, and if it isn't, this is going to backfire horrendously badly, and we miss Fury Attack. But it's still asleep, so we are still okay. Because I think Garuda should be able to take 1. I think it should be able to take at least 1 Ember. Hopefully. 10 out of 10. This Charmander is staying asleep. Yep, so now 1 more peck should bring it down, and we are on most of our health with Garuda. And we should also get a nice chunk of experience, because that was a Charmander. And now he's down to 2 Pokemon, and these are basically nothing. Because, honestly, the Abra can't do anything. It's level 16, so realistically it should be a Kadabra, but it only has Teleport. It only has Teleport, it can't do anything here. So, fighting an Abra is kind of a laugh at this point, because realistically it can't do anything to fight back and stop you. However, this Rattata could be an issue. There's Quick Attack for 13. Okay, Quick Attack landed for 13 damage. And of course, I don't get enough hits in with that. I am not going to risk it. I'm just going to switch out to Shao and go for Double Kick. Just going to switch to Shao, go for the Double Kick, and hopefully be okay. That was 14 damage. That's too much. I'll go out with QB. If I find myself in a situation where I need to sacrifice something, I'd rather lose Beedrill than anything else. Okay, there's a second Quick Attack. So it hit for 14, then it hit for 15. I get a crit in return, and the poison. That's huge. That is actually massive. And now for safety, because here's the thing, I'm scared. Okay, I'm less scared, more worried about the potential. You know what? I'm gonna go back out to Shao. I'm gonna go back out to Shao and just hope he didn't click Hyper Fang. He clicked Quick Attack, we are safe. Fantastic. So that is our rival defeated. Fantastic. And now we can make our way across Nugget Bridge. Hey, take it easy, you won already. Well, hey, we won. Hey, guess what? I went to Bill's and got him to show me his rare Pokemon. That added a lot of pages to my Pokedex. After all, Bill's a world-famous Pokemaniac. Like, he invented the Pokemon storage system on the PC too. Since you're using his system, you should go thank him. Well, I better get rolling. Smell you later. And away, well, no, he's coming right back. Oh, yeah, right. I feel sorry for you. No, really, you're always plodding along behind me. So here, I'll give you a little present as a favour. And now we get the fame checker. A chatty gossip like you, that thing's perfect. I don't need it because I don't give a hoot about others. Alright, this time I really am gone. Smell you. So, I feel like that's genuinely incorrect, because one, green kinda does care a fair bit about people, well, as we see later on. And also, I mean, realistically, calling red a chatty gossip is absolutely ironic. Also, I just realized Root's name was, like, way too loaded. Let's just quickly Control-Z that. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. I love the undo hotkey. It's my big favorite. I love the undo button. And that is a bug catcher, so Garuda should be able to just continue to clean through here. People call this Nugget Bridge. Beat us 5 trainers and win a fabulous prize. Think you got what it takes? I mean, probably. Because your first guy's a bug catcher, and I know the last guy just has a Mankey. So I feel like I'm pretty okay, bug catcher Kale. Don't worry about it. Now the real question is, will I have a Spearow or a Fearow by the time I come off this bridge? Because I'm gonna give myself an additional bonus rule here. I'm not allowed to go back and heal until I beat all 5 trainers. Because, will this come back and no doubt inconvenience me? Oh, absolutely. I know my luck. I know my luck. Something bad will happen here. But on the plus side, so far, I mean, realistically, at this point, I kind of just have 2 over-leveled Pokemon that are currently doing all the work. And I do feel a little bit bad about that. I probably should take another approach. But I really do want to get this Fearow. So I'm going to stick with it just for now. I did my best. I have no regrets. I'm second. Now it's serious. I mean, if I'm having to fight 5 people for a prize, it should be serious from person 1, right? Okay, Lass Alley leads with a Pidgey. Fortunately for me, I have a Spearow, which is stronger, faster, and yeah, can only land 2 Fury attacks though. Of course, I can only ever land 2. That's a crit. That's a crit and way more damage than I'm happy to take at this point. But here we'll probably hit level 19 here. Fantastic, we just land Peck, that'll one-shot. That'll one-shot because that is super effective stab against an Oddish. I always feel bad fighting Oddish because I love Oddish. Actually, and she also has a Bellsprout, okay. And, conveniently enough, once I get off this bridge, I have the potential to actually get an Oddish, which is very good, and now we try to learn Pursuit. I'm going to skip out on it because, 1, the AI never really switches out, and 2, well, Pursuit kind of sucks on a physical attacker in this game. He has number 3. I won't be easy. And I forgot to do a thing. 10 out of 10. Let me fix that real quick. Solved it. Great. Basically, in between episodes, I closed the tab, and I know that I'm going to have to flip a coin again at some point in this episode. Or at least, more accurately, I will have the potential to need to flip a coin again. Because the next 2 routes, I think, have the same encounter tables, so I have the potential to find a Oddish on both, which realistically could end up... So, it is entirely possible that by the end of this episode, I end up with both an Oddish and a Bellsprout. Ideally, I would love to get an Abra, although Abra is obviously a dangerous potential encounter. Not because it has the potential to harm my Pokemon a lot, but because I have 1 shot at getting it, and I don't have any, like, super good Pokeballs to try to catch it with. Okay, this kid had he had Sandshrew and Ekans, so that's kinda cool. Okay, I'm gonna switch out to Xiao here. Also, yes, I am fully aware that it is maybe a little bit sad and ironic. Maybe not necessarily ironic, that's probably an incorrect use of the word. That I spent a lot of time focusing on Kakuna to get it to evolve into Beedrill, and then it became Beedrill and I just haven't used it. But hey, once Beedrill hits level 20, I think it learns Twin Needle, or at least thereabouts. And once it gets Twin Needle, I promise it will be actually somewhat usable. Watch as calling it right now, I will get it to level 20, it will learn Twin Needle, it'll knock out like 2 things, get critted by a Raticate and get knocked out or something. Or, it'll learn Twin Needle, I'll fight my rival, and then I'll get hit by like Confusion from a Kadabra. And then just lose it there. I did my best, I have no regrets. Okay, I guess they all say I did my best, I have no regrets. I'm actually going to leave Xiao out front here, because I know this last kid has a Mankey. I'm number 4. Getting tired? No, but my Spearow is. Okay, so this girl has a Nidoran male and a Nidoran female. She just has both Nidorans. I do quite like how you fight your rival here, then you kind of just fight, like, all of the well, not all of the potential encounters, but like kind of equal and opposites, in a sense. That's what you've had access to up to this point. I shouldn't have done that. Okay, I need to switch. I absolutely need to switch here. QB, switch in, and just go for Fury Attack, I think. But yeah, like, you fight the Bug Catcher who has the Caterpies and who has like Caterpie and Weedle. Then you fight then you fight the girl who has a Pidgey and an Oddish and a Bellsprout. Then there is a person with an Ekans and a Sandshrew. Then you fight both Nidorans. Then I think the last guy has a level 18 Mankey or something. Like, I know it's a high level Mankey, which, not gonna lie, I am a little bit worried about. I know I have Brute Root, so that's my kind of fallback, but in an ideal world, I won't need to rely on it. However, pretty much, my main worry is that Mankey hits really hard, and that's the concern, because Mankey is a strong Pokemon, and it'll be hitting neutral, and Spearow is, unfortunately, a bit on the frail side of things. I know I can definitely survive it, but I'm a little bit concerned. Honestly, Beedrill might be the play to fight it, because we can resist its fighting type attacks because of our bug and poison typing. And on top of that, if I poison, I get residual damage, but I think that would also activate Guts. I'm pretty sure Mankey gets Guts, which would be pretty bad for me. On the plus side, QB goes up to level 12. Actually, now that I think about it, I named this after QB, the Darkstalker's character, so me actually not using it very much is kind of in line with that, because I never really knew how to play her in Darkstalkers either. Okay, I'm number 5. I'll stomp you. Okay, kids, let's see what you have. You have a Mankey, I already know. It's level 18. So, Garuda is our lead here, and out of a bit of a worry, I'm just going to switch out immediately. However, once I beat this kid, I can actually go back. After I win this battle, I can go back and heal. I know I have one more fight at the when I come off the bridge, but you know, I've already beaten the 5 trainers, and realistically, okay, that's Beedrill dead, 100%. Well, sorry, Beedrill. Okay, that's Beedrill dead. Okay, yeah, I have to go to Brute Root for this. It has to be Ivysaur. It has to be Ivysaur because Xiao will absolutely go down in one hit. It's because of how low it is, and Garuda is very frail. Okay, it wasn't exactly how I would have preferred to go about doing that, but hey, we do win. And I'm still a little bit upset about it, but hey. Okay, so, not gonna lie, I am actually a little bit upset about losing that Beedrill. I know it wasn't particularly good, but I still feel bad. I still feel bad for losing it. But hey, it happens. You know what, while I'm here... Actually, no, I won't. I'll move Xiao up into the next slot in the next episode. Actually, you know what? No, I'll just do it now. 10 out of 10. And, me attempting to live edit, OBS things. Don't worry about it. Okay, so, So I also have, like, I have the sprite for Nidorino as a source was on here. So, if it's out of place when it eventually evolves, don't worry about it. Congratulations, you beat our 5 contest trainers. You just earned a fabulous prize. So you earn a nugget. Great. By the way, how would you like to join Team Rocket? We're a group of professional criminals specializing in Pokemon. Want to join? Are you sure? Come on, join us. I'm telling you to join. Okay, you need convincing. I'll make you an offer you can't refuse. Okay, buddy, let's see how that one goes for you. Okay, you have a Ekans and I want to say a Drowsy, but I don't know why I think this guy has a Drowsy. I don't know. There's something in the back of my mind telling me that this guy has a Drowsy and I don't know why. I mean, if he does have a Drowsy, I guess great memory me, but still. I don't know, I feel like it must be a rare or something. And it is a Zubat. I said 2 Pokemon and both were wrong. I should have known it would be a Zubat. Okay, Supersonic lands. I guess golf clap for that, I suppose. That was like, good job, buddy. You actually landed Supersonic. And then I immediately just break through and knock it out. Garuda needs one more battle and then it should level up and evolve. Fantastic. With your ability, you become a top leader in Team Rocket. Come on, think of the opportunity. Don't let this chance go to waste. You know, I quite like how he's very determined on that. Hello? Sorry, did I read that correctly? TM45. Earthquake. Oh, that's insane. That's insane. I can teach borderline anything in the game Earthquake now. I can teach borderline anything in the game Earthquake because that is a tract. And our encounter is an Oddish. Okay, so first things first, we are going to catch ourselves an Oddish. Then, I'm going to flip a coin. Once again, for those of you who may have skipped out on the previous episode, basically to make sure I have at least a chance of getting all of the exclusive Pokemon, because I didn't want to randomize encounters, but I didn't have a way to have kind of catch them all availability on otherwise. Pretty much, when I catch a Pokemon that is exclusive to one version of the game, I'm going to flip a coin, and that'll determine what I get. So we've now caught Oddish. I am now going to flip a coin. Right. So, if we go heads, we keep the Oddish. If we go tails, we get a Bellsprout instead. So we are keeping the Oddish. Fantastic. Great. Okay, so let's have a quick look at our newly acquired Oddish. Bashful nature, that is balanced. And it has Absorb and Sweet Scent. Not amazing, but honestly, I appreciate having it because now if I ever lose Brute Root, I have a really solid... grass type available to me. And we find a Pecha Berry. That will get rid of any poison. And now we go on to Route 25, where we get basically the same encounter as, again, it's the same encounter table. And that is a Weedle, which I did just lose Beedrill, but, you know, it is still kind of species. To be honest, I did go back and forth on whether or not I wanted to kind of have a rule where if I had a Pokemon and it died... Okay, that's also dupes. Actually, you know what? No. No, yeah, it is dupes. Okay, so what I'm going to do with the exclusives is I'm going to allow myself to call dupes on them if I have them. Like, for example, if I find Oddish again, I will allow myself to catch it again and just say, okay, now I'm allowed to claim this one as a Bellsprout. But I'm just going to stick with it because I think I'm pretty much guaranteed Abra here. Never mind, that's a Caterpie. That's a potential Butterfree. Which, honestly will still kind of fall off very quickly, but still, hey, that's a potential Butterfree. Okay, so that is that caught. Fantastic. And will this Caterpie ever end up on the team? Maybe, probably not, but it's possible, it might. But I'm not going to count on that. Now, we have plenty of hikers out here. So Oddish, despite not being on the team, is actually going to get a little bit of time on screen here. I just got down from Mount Moon, but I've still got gas in the tank. Okay, so... oh, let's hopefully get through this without too much hassle. And of course he has a Machop. Of course, the one time I go, oh, yeah, sure, I'll just lead with my grass type. Of course it's one of the hikers who has a fighting type. Okay, so basically, fortunately, okay, that did nowhere near as much damage as I thought it would. Probably because low kick goes, and low kick damages based on weight, basically, and, you know, it's a little bird, of course it's not going to weigh that much. But yeah, so basically, hikers in this game pretty much will always have Mankey, Machop, Geodude, or Onix. You know, later in the game, they'll also get Machoke, Primeape, and Graveler. Periodically, and by that I mean like maybe once or twice in the game, you might see Golem and Machamp, but those are extremely rare in this game. Okay, so, actually, I did have an Oddish in... like, I did have an Oddish in my last playthrough. I believe I named it Rafflesia. Rafflesia? I don't know how to pronounce it. But I know it's like the kind of flower that Vileplume is based on. Either way, 10 out of 10. Oddish is actually going to kind of just soak in a bit of EXP here. Mostly because if I ever lose Brute Root, like if I ever lose my Ivysaur, oh, which, you know, hopefully it'll live to be Venusaur at the very least, then I will have another one available. And now, oh, we have ourselves a Fearow, which I'm very happy to have. Garuda has reached his potential. Sorry, her potential. Our Garuda is a girl. Okay, so, now let's have a quick look at its stats. I probably should have checked its stats before it evolved. But its attack is now at 44, and its speed is at 51. That is running rings around every other Pokemon I have in terms of speed. That is insanely fast for this point in the game. I mean, Fearow in general is pretty fast. As it's one of the faster Pokemon in Gen 1, I think. It's not hitting like Aerodactyl speeds, but let's be real, very few things are. Also, insert meme about how these two Pokemon are physically the same level of power. I mean, I'm using special attacks, so of course I will win this fight very easily. Hang on, wait a second. Sorry, it just clicked with me. I know that the Celadon Pokemon Mart sells TMs in this game, but I don't remember which TMs they have. I know Brick Break is one of them. I know it sells Dig, I know it sells Brick Break, but I don't remember what all of them are. But it just kind of hit me. I may have the potential to just be able to buy Earthquake, and if that's possible, that's huge. Also, Oddish will not evolve until level 21, so Oddish is probably not really going to be doing a whole lot for me here, and I now need to play a dangerous game because I know one of these kids has a Slowpoke and I don't know which one. I think it's this one. Local trainers come here to practice. I think it's the kid who says his dad took him on the SSN. I hope I'm right. Also, he has youngster Joey. I guess we have one in the first couple of gens. And we're just gonna double kick our way to victory. That's a Hyper Fang. No crit? Okay, a crit would have just killed outright, I think. But double kick lands and takes out this Rattata. Fantastic. We are safe for now. That was scary. That was, like, genuinely scary. And in comes a Spearow. Spearow is I am going to switch out. I'm going to switch out unless that crits. It didn't, okay. I'm going to switch out mostly because I live in fear of crits. And I know that it's probably going to go for Fury Attack, and we probably don't take 4. Well, 5. Well, there's the Fury Attack, and it hits for 3 each. Also, I think it's kind of just a power move where it's like, hey, okay, cool, you're using a Spearow. Here, I have its evolved form. Okay, so Fearow wins its first battle. Always a good sign. Always good to win its first battle. Also, apparently we are decent. Always good. All Pokemon have weaknesses, even the strongest ones. That's why it's best to raise Pokemon of different types. I would quite like to call a citation needed on that. I know that, obviously, whatchamacallit is a thing. I know that at this point, Sableye... Okay, I know that's probably just dialogue, just kind of exactly one-to-one. But Sableye exists in Gen 3, and that does not have a weakness. This does not stay true. This statement does not stay true, because eventually Fairy type is added, and that kind of reduces that to having no weaknesses. Because, you know, Fairy type is strong against Dark, which is pretty solid. I'm gonna be totally honest, Fairy type being kind of a direct nerf to dragons, dark types, and fighting types. I understand. That was confusion. I should have known it would have that. I say I should have known that it would have that. That was the reason I was concerned about fighting these two youngsters, because I wasn't sure which one had the Slowpoke. Either way, Xiao now hits level 16, which means it is now going to evolve. So, I know that I said in the last episode I was a little bit worried about this, because I know that there's the trade. But I'm just going to go with it, because I think having the Nidorino is probably better for me, for now. Hopefully I won't come to regret this decision, but for now, this is what I'm going with. So we now have a Nidorino on the team as well. So realistically, my team currently consists of 3. So we have Garuda, Brootroot, and Xiao. Oddish is just here, Caterpie is just here, and QB is dead, unfortunately. Now, I also want to kind of dodge around these, because I know that that's another TM over there. Okay, so let's quickly make our way through the rest of here. Okay, this girl thinks her boyfriend is cool, which, fair play, good for you, Kelsey. Okay, she has a Nidoran. I also have a Nidoran. Well, I had a Nidoran until about 25 seconds ago, and now I have a Nidorino. Nidorino is really cool. Nidorino was a Pokemon that I was always very fond of. To be totally honest, for a very long time, even now, I think I might actually like Nidorino more than I like Nidoking. This is not a slight against Nidoking. Nidoking is super sick. And man, another trainer who just has both Nidorans. I mean, I guess it makes sense why they would have both, but still. Okay, one thing I will say, I've never really understood why Nidoking and Nidoqueen, I've never understood why they just randomly, suddenly gain ground typing. That's always been something that's kind of bugged me, just a little bit. Just like, hey, why did they suddenly just arbitrarily get this typing? I mean, realistically, there's probably a good explanation for it. And there are typings that I think make less sense. Not the poison point. Not the poison point. So, if you missed the last episode, I spent most of the time in Mount Moon kind of just hurriedly trying to navigate through without having my Spearow die to poison. However, I have 35 ticks this time. I can definitely get back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22... Okay, that was only 21. Fantastic. Great. So now you can rest easy, because you don't need to see the awful kind of screen-tearing effect that the poison does. So, I'm going to be totally honest. The first time I ever played this game, and I saw it do that effect, I didn't know what was happening. Like, I knew I had a Pokemon that was poisoned, but I genuinely thought the game was breaking, because you know, it kind of distorts the screen and everything. I was genuinely really worried. I thought the game was broken. Okay, so I'm gonna double kick my way... Actually, no. I will use... Nope, that's Sweet Scent. I want to switch my Pokemon. Looks like there's nothing here. Probably because there's no wild Pokemon to draw in. Okay, so, Oddish, you are going to help me take down this hiker. I'm off to see a Pokemaniac's collection at the Cape. Okay, cool, buddy. Go over there, then. Okay, he has a Geodude. Fortunately for me, I have an Oddish, which is just going to quad-effective absorb through everything. I don't actually know what level it learns Mega Drain. Unfortunately, since this is Gen 3, Giga Drain is kind of mediocre, because they go 20, 40, 60 power, but in this gen, this was when Giga Drain was introduced, I think. It's a really mediocre move, because it has 5 PP, which, to be fair, they do buff it in Gen 4, and then I think again in Gen 5, so it goes up to 10 PP, and then I think it goes up to 80 base power. But in Gen 3, it's really bad. It's a base 60 move, and while it does have the healing effect, it has the same PP count as Thunder, Fire Blast, and Blizzard. I don't know why I somehow managed to nearly blank on what that move was. And now we get Stun Spore, which is always good to have. I love having Stun Spore. And now we switch back out to Garuda, and we just peck our way to victory. And I might need to do a bit of thinking, I suppose. Mostly because this is potentially dangerous now. Because, obviously, I have the SSN to deal with in the next episode. Well, probably in the next episode. But I don't know how I'm going to go about doing that. Also, yeah. I mean, they're kids. I guess that makes sense. Okay, so... Camper Flint has a Rattata. So basically, having Oddish, I do now have access to Stun Spore, which is great and very helpful. But yeah, I have to go on the SSN in the next episode, and I am wary of Brute Root and Garuda kind of coming up pretty close to my level caps. Fortunately, I will be able to add 2 or 3 more Pokemon to the team, so I don't think I should worry about it that much, but it is a little bit of a worry just kind of sitting at the back of my mind currently. And also, I don't have a water type currently, and I think the next time I fight my rival, he actually will have Charmeleon. Actually, does he? No, I think the first time you fight your rival's evolved starter is actually in Pokemon Tower. I might be wrong on that, though. It's been a good while since I last played Gen 1. Or Gen 1 and Gen 3, to be more accurate. I mean, realistically, I haven't played any of these games since I did my series on them, so, I feel like I am starting to miss just a few little things. Okay, this is normally TM43, that's Psychic? Okay, so Secret Power is Psychic. So, okay. So, I have Secret Power, which is Psychic. I have Attract, which is Earthquake. I think I might have busted TMs in this game, which is really nice, don't get me wrong. I love the idea of having super busted TMs. Now I can only hope that I have access to, like, Ice Beam, Flamethrower, and Thunderbolt. Because realistically, Thunderbolt... Because, okay, if I could pick, like, 10... Yeah, I'll say 10 moves. Like, if I could just hand-pick 10 moves to always have access to, it would be Flamethrower, Thunderbolt, Ice Beam, Sludge Bomb, Shadow Ball, Psychic, Earthquake. Hang on, wait. Flamethrower, Ice Beam, Thunderbolt, Psychic, Shadow Ball, Sludge Bomb, Earthquake. Then probably, like, Brick Break, and 2 other moves. Oops. To be honest, if I was giving myself 3 more places, I'd probably go for the Elemental Punches. I love the Elemental Punches. Okay, so this girl, I believe, has Oddish and Bellsprout. So let's fight her, and then we should be done. My friend has many cute Pokemon. I'm so jealous. Okay, so we are nearly done with this episode. Okay, so she has an Oddish, just as I remembered, 10 out of 10. And we are about to hit 40 minutes. This episode has gone on a lot longer than I had intended for it to. But that will be fine. I think I'll actually just stop when I reach Bill's house. And then I'll deal with Bill's start of... Yeah, then I'll deal with Bill's stuff and everything in the next episode, I think. So that way we'll start with... So next episode we'll have the SSN... we'll have the journey down to Vermilion City, a good few encounters, and the SSN, I think. Actually, no, I'll do Bill's house. I'll do Bill's house because it's only like 2 minutes. And then next time we'll go to Vermilion City and do the stuff there. Okay, so now let's go talk to this couple over here. Hello, are you here alone? You're out at Cerulean's Cave. Well, it should be as a couple. This cave is a famous date spot. Misty, the gym leader, has high hopes about this place, which you will see in Gen 2. Or more accurately in Heart Gold Soul Silver. Okay, so. Hiya, I'm a Pokemon. No, I'm not. Call me Bill. I'm a true blue Pokemaniac. Hey, what's with that skeptical look? I'm not joshing you, pal. I screwed up an experiment and got combined with a Pokemon. So, how about it? Will you help me out here? Wait till I get inside this teleporter. When I do, go to my PC and run the cell separation program. He's putting a lot of faith in Red here. Okay, so now we initiate the teleporter's cell separator. To be honest, I don't want to know how Bill managed to do this, but whatever, it happened, I guess. I mean, realistically, that's like the Fly or something, I guess. I've never seen the Fly. Anyway, let's see what he has to say. Thanks, bud. I owe you one. So, did you come to see my Pokemon collection? You didn't? Ah, that's a bummer. Well, I've got to thank you, so, well, yeah, maybe this'll do. So now we can actually get on the SSN. Great. That cruise ship, the SSN, is in Vermilion City. I hear there's lots of trainers on board too. They invited me to their party, but I can't stand fancy parties. Why don't you go instead of me? Go on, have a good time. So now if we check this, teleporter is displayed on here. So now we just quickly leave and then go back in. And now we can quickly add a few Pokemon to our Pokedex. And this is basically just, hey, he has Eevee, he has Flareon, he has Jolteon, and here is Vaporeon. And yeah, that's basically how that is. So yeah, pretty much, that is, I think, the only way for you to actually get all of the Eevee evolutions in your Pokedex in this without trading. Because obviously there is a static Eevee, but there's only one in the game, and that's the only way to get Eevee. So I don't think there's actually any trainers who have them. Also, obviously, this police officer's moved, so we'll be going and dealing with that Team Rocket grunt in the next episode. We'll also be getting a TM for Dig once we do that. So I am going to save my game. Well, I'm going to heal, save my game, and end off today's episode here. In between episodes, I might add a new Pokemon to the team. I'll see how I'm feeling. So, wait, hang on, wait. I do need to do one more thing before I end off today's episode. And that is to throw Beedrill into the death box, unfortunately. Sorry, Beedrill. You died a stupid, pointless death because I did a stupid thing. Wait, why is there a third Pokemon in here? No, wait, I caught the Ekans. I had a full party when I caught the Ekans. The Ekans isn't dead, don't worry. The Ekans didn't die. Okay, so, now I'm going to save and end off today's episode here. So, as always, feel free to leave a comment or click any of the buttons down below if you feel so inclined. And next time, we'll be making our way to Vermilion City. Okay, thanks for watching. Later.